everybody. We have made it to halftime today. Just got myself into a position to kind of get in here a little bit today, and let's talk a little bit about what we've seen in the first half today. And we've seen something that I think that we've needed for a while. We've saw some adversity that makes coach kind of go to the bench, and we've seen some good results. Anthony Walker has been on the floor and has looked like a senior. He looks like a guy that deserves to be on the floor. He's not going to give you a ton of extra points. He's not going to give you, everything in this world that a superstar would give you, but he gives you experience. He goes in, he rebounds, he makes cuts to the basket. Thus far today, it's looked a lot better from what we've seen the last couple weeks. Definitely playing with some urgency, the defensive side of the ball. Minus those two early Mbako fouls, we've had a great opportunity here today to kind of just hang around a little bit. We're still down 7 here at the half, but Mbako set most of the first half. Leo put in some good minutes. CJ Gunn put in some good minutes. You're not going to be completely wore out. Galloway got beat to heck. But looking into this second half, there's nobody with 3 fouls, which is a plus. So Ware and Renew can go back and be a little bit aggressive. Renew only picked up 1 foul in the first half, and he's fouled out of just about every other game. Cups has done an okay job, and Galloway has been beat up, but he's brought good energy to the game today. I don't know if that really stands for anything, but where we're still struggling, and the only place on the floor that we're going to struggle going forward is on guard defense against point guards and opposing teams. Gabe Cups has given it his best shot out there. Ace Baldwin has been dynamic. They released Clary from their team this week. I don't know what that's about, but we still got the exact same problems. Inconsistency. Played great the first 16 minutes, not so much the last 4. I think we started to tire out near halftime. Ball pressure and stopping the three-point shot from guards from other teams has been where we've really struggled. Hit a couple of the high points here. Renew 2 for 6 from the floor. Let me get my box score brought up so I can see it. To benefit Malik Renew, he's 6 for 7 from the foul line today. He does have the 4 turnovers, which is a majority of the team's turnovers this half, but he's been active. Pretty good. We've got nothing from Mbako. Hopefully he lights up in the second half and we get a few shots to go down. Going past that, Kel'el Ware has been absolutely doing what he's done all year. And so aggressive on the defensive side of the ball, they don't want to take the ball inside. With his 2 fouls, they were allowed to drive a little bit after that, but beforehand, he was controlling the middle of the the court. A little bit faster down, getting something from Walker off the bench today. I don't know why he's been sitting. I don't know why he was on the bench the last game, but he looks like a good piece to come out there and fill minutes when you need it. Anthony Leal, same thing. Had a couple turnovers, but he did have a couple big rebounds in there where he was attacking the glass, something that we need to do better. And CJ Gunn did make a basket. He's not afraid to let it fly, but his speed and athleticism out there is a help as well. Trey Galloway took a couple shots, was sit on the bench for a little while. Gabe Cups chasing Ace Baldwin around, hasn't done much on the offensive end except for he got one good drive into the middle, and Gabe Cups is progressing as a freshman. We keep going in here and talking about the removal of coach. Don't think we're going to see it. Look on my community tab later today. I found a great article that I'm going to post that talks a little bit about us as the fandom of Indiana basketball and the reason why, I think our expectations are a little bit much. We treat our team as though Bob Knight just left yesterday. Rest that man's soul. Love him. I got a great article. I'm going to post it on the community tab. Please feel free to check it out and definitely leave me some comments on there because I want to get a take on how everybody feels. But as we've been watching, everybody's this week has been posting articles and videos about Coach losing his job this year. May or may not happen due to pressure from the fans and from other people. Um, but there's a lot of reasons that kind of go into that. I don't think he's going to lose his job this year, nor do I think he should lose it this year. But I guarantee you, the man is going to be on the hot seat if he cannot get players in here to play with heart and replace what we're going to lose at the end of this season. So far today, pretty good effort on the court. I didn't want to get off tangent too far. Yeah, we're down 7 at Penn State at halftime. Really, absolutely. They just knocked off Illinois, which is a top 12 team. It's Big Ten road games. Being down 7 is much better than being down 20 at home. There is some improved play from Wednesday until Saturday. As far as Penn State goes today, the main thing I see in this is Ace Baldwin is a dog out there. We've done a really good job on Nick Kern, who absolutely tore it up in the middle against Illinois, who's a pretty good defensive team. So I see a lot of positives. The only thing that, if we can do in the second half is if we can check Ace. They do go 10 deep. So, we're running with 8 today. Yeah, and talking about, and when you're talking about conference games, on the road is the most difficult place to play. Everybody brings their best game generally, from their home court. This Penn State team is struggling, but they have a lot of talent. They have a lot of talent at the guard position, where we lack. If we can maintain the pace of the game in the second half, control our turnovers, and make it an inside game where it's a bloodbath in there, just play a little bit better on-ball defense, we've got a great opportunity to eke out a win here in the second half of Happy Valley today. That all being said, Coach has got to utilize his bench in the second half. We cannot, the first half he used the bench because of issues. Second half he's going to have to use it to keep guys fresh, because what happens when you get tired, you don't close out on a three-point shooter. And if we get down to the last 4 minutes and we're in this game and we lose it by 6 or 8 points because we didn't close out on shooters, that's because guys were tired. So keep that in mind, keep that into perspective. Definitely wanted to take the opportunity to drop this live here on the mobile side today, just to kind of expand the It's in the Blood spectrum of how we come out and broadcast. I hope you guys definitely enjoy it. We've got a few more minutes at halftime here. Down 7 points. Like, the keys to the second half is going to be slowing down Ace Baldwin. He's got 15 points, 4 assists, and only 2 turnovers. So let's slow him down in the second half. Make one of these other guys be the guys that beats us. And don't let them do it from the three-point line. Keep our stars on the floor and control the glass and control tempo. Do not let them get into press. Do not make them speed us up, because obviously we can't. I don't think we're going to compete in that aspect, because Coach is not going to sit our bigs down. Second of all, let's get Mbako involved on the offensive end. Let's start this half by trying to get him a couple shots, maybe get him going a little bit. The threat of another scorer right now is really going to play big in our second half. He went out with 2 early fouls, and it was a lot of struggling early on. But these teams were putting out a lot of energy on the early part of this half, trying to to gain control of the game. And both teams did a really good job of maintaining for the first 6 or 7 minutes of the half. Both teams went on little runs. The last 4 minutes, Ace Baldwin dominated, because I think we were starting to get a little tired, and keeping defensive pressure on him with substitutes is kind of hard. I did not do a full game live today. I had things on my schedule for the morning time that didn't quite allow that. I didn't want to be rushed to set up, but I did sit down in here after skimming through the first half and going pretty quick. I thought I would drop a quick halftime live today, just to kind of hold everybody over. Tuesday night, we'll be back in here. I do have a couple of IU videos that I'm working on. I just haven't finished. Those will be out soon. If you have stopped by today because you found this from the feed, uh, please hang out. There's a lot of good folks in here. Panthers commenting up. I got resident fans from everywhere across the country. Duke, Arizona, to name a couple of fans that we have in here. We have fans from Nebraska that was in here hanging out with us, and this was an Indiana stream the other night. It is a cool place for sports fans. We do all the football games. Going to do some baseball this summer. We're going to go year round. Alex and I plan on killing it. If you look for a place that you can come and hang out and interact and be heard, this is the place to do so. We'll sit here for just a couple more minutes to see if there's anything else on the stat sheet that I want to recognize. As far as Penn State goes, they did a very good job on the glass. We needed to dominate the glass. They did a really good job on the glass. The turnovers, we had a few too many. We need to trim that back in the second half. Forcing them, they hit 50% of their three-pointers. Three-point defense has been our biggest problem of the season. Johnson hit 2 from the bench out there, and then everybody else, Baldwin, Dunn, and Hicks, each hit 1 in the first half for a total of 5. We were 0 for 5. If we could just find a way to make 7 3-pointers a game between 3 guys, we would be in the heart of every one of these games. We would be in there. We just haven't made outside shots this year. Free throws, pretty impressed. It's pretty even for a road game. We went 9 for 12 from the line. They went 11 for 14. We did have a substantial bit of foul trouble in the first half. Everybody was getting called. That's what happens in road games. Panther, I figured I'd come chat and listen while you think about the IU game so far while I'm just relaxing. Heck yeah. Randy asks, why are our guys always tiring? And it's poor bench management. I really feel like that is one of the things that we really need to work on more so than anything, is how we keep our guys rested and where we have energy for these stretch runs down the end of the game. We will see it here at the end of this second half. If you are watching this game, please make sure you watch how we use our bench in the second half, who gets playing time, and who looks gassed at the end of the game and who fouls out. Those are going to be all important things as we go down the stretch. If we can close this gap early, get our guys in and get some rhythm in the second half from our bench, which looks like it's going to be Walker, Leal, and Gunn. Let them get a little bit of rhythm so that they're ready to go for the last few minutes of the game, where if we do have somebody go out, they can come back in. If they fill 3 or 4 minutes apiece in this second half, our guys should be good, because Ware is going 38 minutes a game. Renew can go the distance, but they need a little bit of break. Mbako should be okay. He played very sparingly in the first half. Keep him out of foul trouble. Keep him on the floor. Close out on three-point shooters, but don't foul. And let's take the ball into the inside, which right now is our strength. Hit a couple timely three-pointers, and let's see if we can get the dub. Hey, if it all works out, I may set up and come back post-game. We'll see how it works. Much love to you all. Randy, thank you for the comment. Panther, thank you for hanging out. I'll see you guys later.